just cut out. So sorry, I had to take a little pause there. I think it's back up. I don't know how to get it going again.
It looks like it's going. Yeah, here we are.
Hey. All right, we're back live. If you are listening on the radio, we did go off for a minute. I'm going to try and share it right now real quick so people can get back on. I don't know what is going on, but the ghosts here don't like us tonight, probably because we ghost hunted this building like 2 days ago.
If you told me there were ghosts in here before I came, I probably wouldn't have come.
You didn't know that?
No.
This is where we ghost hunted.
I get that now.
Yeah.
But I'm scared.
Yeah. So the ghost hunting here was it was good, but it wasn't like over the top. It was more like it was a little quieter. The spirits got really mad when we would like open the Bibles and stuff like that. You know, ghosts don't like it when we play with the Bibles. But
so I think this was a good interview. I want to go now. Thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun.
Yep. So we did get to go upstairs and ghost hunt. And if you don't know the radio station, it's in a historic building, which is also a Mason building. And the upstairs of this building has a lodge, which is also a temple. Had like a locker room. It had like a dressing area and a I forgot what the little room is where you can like sit and look in the mirror. I think it's called a
timeout room.
No, it's like a thinking room, but there's a word for it, and I can't remember what it is. It'll come to me. And we put Caitlin in there in the dark and shut the door on her and walked away. She was like terrified.
Sometimes it amazes me that you have so many friends.
I know. I lose them all. I'm horrible. I'm a bad person. So, and then the next floor up from there had like a kitchen and like a function hall. And then...
Does anybody ever function up there?
I don't know. No, actually, I think there's something going up there tonight. There was a lot of people going in the second door over there. And then we got to go into the attic, which was really kind of creepy. And we got a little bit of conversation up there with something up there was conversating with us through the it's like a radio skipper. So it skips through radio frequencies. And we were like, is anyone here? And it would be like, yes. And then we would ask it like, and we were like, are you Charlie? And Charlie was like the maintenance guy that they hear haunting this building sometimes. And Charlie didn't talk to us at all, but somebody named John did. And then the medium that was with us kept like spitting out the name like John. I don't remember what the last name was, but she had a full first and last name. And it turns out she found a picture of this guy in the attic when we went up there. Like she had no way of knowing that.
Right.
So, and then, and her name is Stephanie D'Amboy. She hosts a show here every Monday night at 8 p.m. and she pulls tarot cards live on the air. So definitely check out her show. And then when we got to the attic, the guy from the Masons, his name was Bob, and he opened the door and let us on the roof. Bob. Mm-hmm. Bob let us on the roof, and it was so cool to be on the roof of this building looking over Nashua.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is one of the higher buildings on the road, and we actually got to like look out, and it was so cold, but it felt so good because it was so hot in here ghost hunting, because, you know, when you're ghost hunting, you're sweating.
I get that all the time when I ghost hunt.
I know. Yeah. Are you ghost hunting right now?
I'm scared.
Yeah. So I'm not really afraid of them anymore. I feel like some people can see things and then some people just sense things. I don't see things. I sense things, and I can feel like I've learned how to feel the room, and I've learned how to feel the energy in the room from ghost hunting. And like you really know something bad is with you when you don't feel good. Like you start to immediately feel gross, and that was happening a lot when we were ghost hunting. We would immediately start to get, like me and the real medium. Like I don't call myself a real medium because I really don't know how to hone in on it. But so me and this medium were like, when we walked out of the attic onto the roof, we both immediately felt like we were going to fall. Like there was something nauseating about that. I don't know if something was pushing us, but she seems to think that somebody was warning us to be careful.
Interesting.
So, and and after a while that went away. Like whatever it was, it could have just been a warning because it disappeared. And then we both kind of felt weird in the temple room. The temple room, though, is a place where they typically don't let women sit in like the throne chairs and stuff. So they her sitting in one of the chairs. She prayed before, and she let them know that she was here in peace and she was not here to disrespect them, and let them know that. But they still weren't very, you could tell that the spirits weren't super happy about women being in the temple.
I'm so glad I'm here right now.
Well, that's upstairs. It's like it's not even right above us. It's like over there a little bit.
Haven't you seen every ghost movie? Like they can go through walls.
Are you afraid you're going to be that lesbian in the horror movie that always dies like sixth in the movie? She's the one that goes on the trip with all the straight girls, and like none of them are like lesbians, and she's like bummed out, and then she goes to have a beer outside and gets killed.
Did you just make all this up?
No, it really happens. It's usually the same with the gay guy. It's always like the random like tag along gay guy. There's no gay guys in the house. It's just him, and then he's like, everyone's up in their bedrooms getting it on, and here I am by myself, and I'm going to go outside and smoke a cigarette and get killed.
Here comes the ghost.
Yeah, Jason Voorhees.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Scream.
Well, Jason Voorhees, Friday the 13th last week. I love Scream. I don't know why. I'm a wicked horror buff. That's why I'm
No,
so
I
excited.
love Scream. I think Scream is one of like it's like a good corny like horror movie to watch because it kind of plays by all the like if you go outside and you say I'll be right back, then that's the line you're gonna die. And it's all like the corny line.
Will you be right back?
I won't. I'll be killed outside.
So stupid. So you are auditioning for the show, and what made you
Yeah.
want to audition for the show? What brought it to you?
Well, so I'm from New Hampshire, so just any New Hampshire venue, I'd like to say that I at least performed at once. But I think the big reason was new connections. I'd never met you or some of the other hosts that I saw on your like on the flyer, so I was really excited to meet them.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of a surprise when I saw that all the contestants were girls that I worked with before, but it's okay because I love them, so I know we'll have fun performing.
And it's not necessarily, I would say, like a blood competition. It's not like you're going to hate each other after. It's just something to get a booking. And
I hate them already.
I know. I hate them all, too. All the ones that have been on the show stink. No, I'm just kidding. I know they're probably listening, and that's the only reason I say that.
Just kidding.
Yeah, just kidding. Love you, girls.
I do. I love them. I mean, when I started performing, when I started drag, I was like a shot girl up at this club at Main Street. But when I really started performing, it was at the 603 in Dover. So that's where I met like all of these girls, and they have been amazing, helpful, and like supportive sisters ever since.
And that's like the best. That's the best supportive group to have. Is like the drag queens. They really do support each other. And
Right.
if you have like the right drag queens on your side, you're going to learn so much faster, and you're
Right.
going to grow because of that.
I've learned a lot from you.
I know your makeup looks great tonight. By the
Thank
way,
you.
you look like a super hooker.
Thank you.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is your drag inspiration, or who is your drag inspiration?
Oh, so I mean, we kind of mentioned this earlier. I'm not like a super religious RuPaul Drag Race fan, but like one of the big inspos from the show is like Naomi Smalls. When I started drag, that was kind of like who people would point at me and kind of tell me I look like.
It's the legs. Your legs are
Yeah.
like 14 feet long.
Right. And so like, you know, I knew who she was, but I didn't really know who she was. So when like I got all these names kind of thrown at me, I would look at her and I was like, oh, okay, we got legs.
Mhm.
She's like my leggy sister. So immediately it was her. And then I watched season 10. That was like the first like real season of RuPaul's Drag Race that I watched. And the Vixen came out, and she touched me on a place where I kind of like that political aggressiveness when it comes to things like racially. Just growing up in New Hampshire, being like where I'm from, I related to it a lot, and that like sensitivity to be like, don't poke the bear. I've definitely like, I'm not a bear, you know, don't poke me, but like I'm not a bear, and I related to that like. that
I think
level
the
that she
Vixen
had.
got a bad rap because she walked in there saying she wanted to fight, but I
Right.
actually think the Vixen is a powerful performer, and I think she has a
Exactly.
great message behind her. And I love that she would just throw a whole bunch of crap on and call it an outfit.
Yeah, no, same. I mean, drag is drag. It's art. So.
Yep. I was not a huge fan of Naomi Smalls. I can't even lie. I'm not a big fan of her because she sent Manila home.
Yeah, I have heard that a lot. Actually, somebody up at Main Street a while ago, but after that all happened, they were like, "We can't even look at you. You sent Manila home," and I was like,
I know. In Manila, I was like
Not
Team
Naomi.
Manila for the win. But what's really funny is we've heard through the grapevine a few times that the winners are chosen before the show even starts filming. So they put people on the show to hand them a winning title.
"Right,
And they had said that about Trixie winning All Stars season 2, like that she was put on the show because she was going to win it. And then there are rumors that Ben de la Creme eliminated himself because he already knew the outcome was going to be that anyway.
yeah, right."
And it's the same thing there, you know.
Conspiracies.
Yeah, there's a lot, and they probably do that. And I know it's super scripted, and they try to get them to talk crap about each other. And
Well, it's like I said, like when people ask me if I want to be on the show, it's definitely a goal of mine, but it's not the end goal. You know, like it's just something I want to experience because I just like I do love the show, and I love to see like the pageantry because that's kind of like part of who I am.
yeah,
I'm not a pageant queen, but I do love like pageantry.
Okay.
So I would have fun in the show, but I'm not gonna be devastated if I don't win.
Yeah, and I would say it would be a goal of mine, but it's not essentially a goal of mine. I just wish that every drag queen got treated like the girls in Drag Race do.
No,
Why am
feel
I
that.
working for $75 and they're working for $750 and I'm a lot funnier?
Truth.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because even my booking fee is I don't have a big one, but some of the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race now, depending on their popularity, will have like a booking fee that's just in the same range.
I have not seen a drag queen on Drag Race under $1,000 a night, and I have I've booked a lot of them, but we had one that was $10,000.
Really?
You charge way more than that.
I know.
A night.
I'm $17,000. That's why I don't get any bookings. No, I wish I should charge that much. I wish I could. That'd be amazing. So, who is your favorite artist to perform?
LaKaylee 47 or Janelle Monáe.
Oh, okay. I don't even actually know anything she sings, but I know who she is.
Janelle or LaKaylee?
Oh, I thought you said AKA Janelle Monáe.
No, LaKaylee 47 is an artist. She does you probably heard like So What I Got an Attitude. So What I Got an Attitude. You know.
Nope.
That's like usually a big song that I hear queens perform. She does like a lot of ballroom like Vogue beats, and like it's just very city like New York, Brooklyn kind of style beats that I like. I like to Vogue, so that's kind of like where I get that from. But I guess my personality that I like to pull from is Janelle Monáe, like the kind of aesthetic and that kind of like be free attitude with who you are. That's kind of like what I take from Janelle Monáe.
Okay, yeah, I love Janelle Monáe. Isn't she a lesbian?
I think that she is
Officially
there for
out?
everyone. you know?
Yeah. Oh, see, I actually like Janelle Monáe a lot. Was she from Glee?
No.
I don't even know what she really does.
She's
so
a
old now.
singer. She is in a couple of movies, but she's a singer. She sings songs like Queen with Erykah Badu. She has That's What I Like. Or I Like That. I'm trying to think of songs that you would know that you probably have heard off of radios.
I
or-
love 90s music, so I don't really listen to a lot of stuff from now. And when I do, it's
Oh.
like stuff that's like really popular on the radio.
The Tightrope.
No,
No, yeah, you do. I bet you money if
I know
played
the
this
loose
song.
rope, but not the tight rope.
Yeah, I don't know. But that's Beyonce too. I guess if I was like mainstream artist, I love to perform as Beyonce and Rihanna.
Okay, yeah.
I do a little Medea grown woman mix.
Ooh, what are you? So, do you know what you're doing for the show next week?
You're not supposed to tell.
No, you don't have to tell what you're doing, but do you know what you're doing?
I have like a handful of ideas, and I am like today, tomorrow is going to be my deciding factor. on
What
how I
about
do.
your performance is going to take down 7 other girls?
I'm just like I have my like one of my biggest assets is that I'm a high energy performer and that I have like really great audience connection.
Me too.
Dawn
You
is
get me.
Dawn is a jazzerciser.
Right, you get it. Yeah,
No.
you go up there and
She does splits and backflips.
I do all that.
Only with you.
All that.
Mm-hmm. Out back in the
All that.
parking lot on Spring Street.
I saw that actually.
You did? Did you see Dawn doing backflips? She was doing like 8 of them in a row.
That helicopter spin up there.
Cartwheels.
Oh my God, I would die if I saw you do a cartwheel. That would be amazing.
But yeah, I don't. So like, first rule of drag was a queen from Boston taught me this. Is like the first rule of drag is have the most fun, because I used to be a very anxious performer, and so I think that's just another thing that's kind of put me over the edge. Is that I'm out here to have fun, and you having fun is what is going to make this like experience.
If you don't look relaxed, everyone can see it. So you have to,
Right.
you just have to like, you have your nerves before you walk on stage, but you have to walk out on stage and just be like, I don't care if I make $1 or $100. I'm just going to go out there. I'm going to do it for me.
Well, that's the second rule. Is Cordelia actually taught me this? Is that just be happy for the opportunity to perform, because not everybody has that.
No,
So like, even if I don't make $1, like I'm happy to be here, and I know that people loved what I did.
I know. And Cordelia, I think, is on next week's show.
Yeah, God, she's so sweet.
Is she?
Yeah.
I haven't met her yet, but I'm already assuming she's a total B.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm going to meet her next week. She'll be here with Layla Farina, who is another person who is auditioning. I think they're splitting up the hour. Like one will be on for half an hour and the other one will be on for the next half an hour. And
Okay.
yeah, because like usually we're super booked and I don't like giving my co-host tonight off because I love my co-host. My co-host tonight is Dawn Smith, aka
Hey.
Celebrity Security Guard.
I was the door girl.
Yeah, I know, but you were like my personal security guard there, so you were a celebrity security guard. You can put that on your resume.
If you define your personal security guard as the girl whose boobs you always grabbed,
Yeah.
then that was me
Did I do that?
all the time.
I don't even remember.
So many girls.
Well, the good thing is you don't need to get a mammogram.
I mean, true.
I took care of it for you.
That was then my last one was 2014.
I'll give you one later before you leave.
Thanks. Help me.
Help me. It's so funny. I can picture myself doing that. I don't remember. I used to drink a lot at the 313. Yeah, Donna didn't even say anything. She's just laughing.
Yeah.
That was the club in Manchester, right?
Yeah.
Everyone
And I hosted there every single Saturday for so many years. And then I was hosting like one Saturday a month or 2 Saturdays a month. I don't even remember how much I was performing so much. I forgot my own name.
How long have you been doing drag for?
Oh,
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh.
I'm 37, 17, 20 years.
Oh, so you've been doing drag with Jesus.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's how I started drag. He was like, hey, girl.
He was like, try on these
Yeah.
flip-flops.
Try this robe.
He walked up to me in those Birkenstocks and was like, girl, I give you the blessing. Get on that
Yes.
stage. He wrote it on a tablet. It was a stone tablet. I still have it at home. It says, Monique, too soon. I plead the fifth.
Yeah.
If only we could show everybody those pictures from
Oh,
back in the day.
I share them every now and then just because I like that the other people in them get really mad when I share them because like Anaya hates it when I share those. Summer's Eve. Oh my God. Do you remember Jared?
Summer's Eve.
He listens to a lot of the radio shows.
I heart him.
I love him too. He moved to like North Dakota or
Doing
something.
so well.
I know, but he needs to move back here.
I would like that.
No, me too. He can live with me. Like I used to have so
You have
much
like a
fun with him.
mansion.
We would.
You have one now.
No, my
Yeah.
house is like 3,000 square feet. I wouldn't call that a
Oh,
mansion.
for 2.5 men.
Yeah. Well, that half man has his own playroom. He has his own bedroom. He pretty much owns the backyard. Me and Danny got a hot tub, a bedroom, a kitchen, and then the whole downstairs is like our guest quarters.
Let's see.
Yeah, and that's where Patty thinks she lives.
Oh, Patty.
I know. I'm so mad that she's not here tonight. She had a migraine. She called into work and she just couldn't be here tonight. And so she's lame.
And it was her birthday show.
Yep. Her birthday was Wednesday. Yeah. Patty's my co-host. You haven't met her. You'll meet her at Show Mo. She'll be there. She thinks she's a judge, but she's really not. You don't want her to judge because she can't even put on eyeshadow properly. So you don't want her
Doesn't
judging it.
RuPaul
I'll
have
teach her.
a sit-in female
Michelle
judge?
Visage.
Yes. She came to the 3.
She did come to the 3 and she
She's
was
very
actually
nice.
very hysterical too. Oh my God. She ripped apart every performer
Yeah.
that night. And I was just sitting next to her laughing.
She was very nice.
Yeah. She was very nice to everyone's faces. And
oh, great.
then we sat down and like we're judging the competition and she ripped every drag queen apart, including me. She did. She ripped us all apart. But my favorite, there was one performer whose dress was like a foot from the floor. And she goes, does this bitch think there's a flood coming? Like her dress was above her ankle. I'm not going to say any names, but that same performer, she also looked at me and she goes, aren't you her friend? You should help her with her makeup. She was so awful. And then, there was another performer who was wearing flats and she just is like, I love a sensible flat. Like she was over
Oh
it, but
my
it was
God.
so awesome because I've never seen, like when you watch her on the show, she's so evil. She's so mean to the girls and she's very blunt, but she is the exact same way in person, but you realize that she's not being mean. She's just that person. That's her. She's abrupt.
That's too many of my friends.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not mean. We're just blunt. I'm like, there's a way you can say it
It's
Yeah.
called honesty.
Yeah.
without being so
Michelle
mean.
Visage let us take her out to the airport diner after too.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so we took Michelle Visage out for breakfast and she told us a whole bunch of fun stories from behind the scenes. And she loved Layla. She really loved Layla when she was up here. And Layla ended up getting on Drag Race. And
Yep.
I told Michelle Visage that I was going to get on Drag Race and she told me I'd go home first. Yeah, she made fun of my makeup. She made fun of my uniboob because that night I was wearing a dress that like pushed both of them into one. Like it just didn't sit right on me for some reason because my husband ordered it from China. So we had to have a corset
Damn.
installed in it because it was way too small. So we had to put like straps in the back of it. And then it just made me look like I had a uniboob.
Welcome to the club.
I know. Uniboobs aren't fun. It was a cyclops. Oh my God, just one boob. So Arabella,
Yes.
if I were to go and see you on a Sunday night and that you perform at the 603, I've seen you on the flyers for that.
Yes, I do.
What would I expect out of you? Aside from voguing,
Besides from voguing, well,
are you a performer that hides in the back until the show? Are you a performer that mingles with the audience? Like, if I've never
Okay.
seen you and didn't know who you were, and I walked into a place that you were working at, what would I get?
okay, yeah. So I was gonna say, like, my performances are really different on the venue, but like just generally as a performer, I always come with a walk around dress so that I can mingle with the performers.
Me too.
Right? Yeah. You just need something to
You
change out
need
to.
some-
Your walk around dress is right under the table.
Right.
I saw you put it there. It's really cute.
So she's
It's peach.
But yeah, I just like to have like a walk around,
random.
and
I like a color peach.
I'll usually put the walk around on like in between performances. Like if I'm doing 2 or 3 performances, I like to put on the walk around dress and just sit out in the audience and watch the other girls perform, or like interact with the audience, make sure that they're having a good time. Yeah, I mean our job is kind of customer service to an extent, so I like to just make sure everyone's happy.
I will tell you. So the I think one of the reasons that I became like a bigger name in New Hampshire is because I'm one of those performers that is going to sit outside at the bar the whole night before the show starts. I'm going to talk to every single person that I can, because it is so important to know your audience, and then you can kind of tell if your performance is going to bomb that night too.
Yeah.
Because you can't perform shoot for every crowd. Like I
Right.
perform shoot a lot. Like I love Salt and Pepper, but like
I could perform shoot.
you could. I would love. You can do a duet with me. You can be the guy part.
Ew.
Okay, then you can be Peppa. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry for downgrading you, Peppa.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're arguing right now. They fired Spinderella.
They did.
I know,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll be Spinderella.
Spinderella cut it up one time. But you have to know your crowd.
Right.
Because I do a lot of offensive, horrible music too. And you have to know the audience for that stuff. Because if you go out on stage and do a song about, like, I'm not going to call Mia out right now, but Mia at Martha's, she did a Shaking Baby mix. And when she told me she was doing this mix, I was like, girl, you can't do that. That's like one thing you can't touch. And then I saw her do the mix and I literally cried the whole time laughing. And she did it so funny that you couldn't be upset about it. And it was amazing. And I idolize her after that performance. Like I wish I had that brain level where I could take something so offensive and make it so funny.
you don't think you do that?
I can do that, but she took it to another level. I would never do a Shaking Baby mix. I have some standards. There's a few things I avoid, and that would be one of them. Mia went right for it and took it down, though.
Well, she did it though.
She
She
did
did
do it. She did do it. Are you one of the performers that can sing live as well? Do you have a singing voice?
I like to think so. No, I don't. I probably like C- on the singing. Like if you get me drunk enough, I'll do karaoke. I definitely will. I'll even do it in drag if you want. But I'm just like, I'm no Beyonce.
No.
No.
Everyone that thinks
Who
they're
is?
Beyonce is not Beyonce anyway. I mean, look at Trinity K. Bonet and Tyra Sanchez. They're like, I'm Beyonce. No, you don't even look a little bit like Beyonce.
Right.
Calm down, Beyonce, according to Bianca Del Rio. Is your mom your best friend?
My mom is pretty close to my best friend. I mean,
I noticed that she's sitting here with you tonight, and
She
she came with you to
is,
support you at the
yes.
radio show, and that's super cute.
Love it.
I mean, my mom has always been one of my biggest supporters. Always there in the corner for me.
Working the corner or in the corner?
I work the corner. She
Oh,
just
okay.
makes sure I
Okay.
don't
She's
get-
just there behind you.
She's
Right.
just like,
She's your pimp.
yeah.
Right, exactly. Like, she holds the money when I go and do the job, kind of thing.
I love it.
Mommy.
I love a mama pimp.
I can't see her, but she's probably mortified
She is.
right
No,
now.
she's laughing. She's laughing. I can see her clear as day.
I mean, yeah, my mom is fairly young. Like as she told you, she was 40 when I told you guys she was 44.
No, you made her older.
But so we kind of grew up together too. She had me when she was like 19. So just I feel like
She took you to clubs.
yeah, we just went out, party, smoke in the car while I was in my car seat, kind of thing. We're just good friends.
Yeah. She made you a margarita at
Right.
3.
right.
That's my mom too. my mom has a foul mouth though. You would if you
I
met
would
my mom.
never picture it.
If you oh my god, so my mom Patty met my mom on a trip to IKEA one night, and someone cut us off and took our parking spot, and my mom rolled down the window and was saying the C word at this person, screaming at them about and Patty's like, roll up the window, roll up the window, roll up the window. And then the whole way home my mom was swearing and she was so mad, and Patty was like, I get it now. Like I totally understand. I met your mom, I know where you get it.
See, if you meet my Nana, you'll get something like that. My mom is like she'll give you a light little honk and then she whispers a bunch of things under her breath until you get like
A light little honk.
Like
I
a-
like the way you worded that.
a little beep.
Like she's gonna be
Just
like
a little-
squeak squeak.
Right, exactly. Like a little squeak squeak. And then she'll be like, oh my God, the F&B. Like all under her breath. And then, but if the person rolls down their window, say we stop at a red light and this person cut us off and we're like caught them at a red light and this person rolled down the window, my mom would roll down the window and be like, what? You did it. What? Say it.
Secrets are coming out, Mom.
She's like fighting someone in the parking lot out
Right.
back. I love a mom like that though. That's a good mom.
Right.
So before we close up the show, I know we're already almost done.
I know. I didn't
It,
even
go,
realize.
it goes by so fast. Well, we spent the first 13 minutes having technical difficulties,
That's just my life.
which,
though.
which I super apologize for. It was really awkward. We were trying to figure out how to make the headsets work. I finally figured it out, and then we got back into our role, but we will make up for it. We're going to have Dawn Smith back on, and we're going to make sure she's back
I
on.
didn't agree to this.
Yes, you did. You're going to be back on, but you're going to be back on when Patty's here so we can actually like offend her while she's watching.
That would be fun.
Yeah, because I wanted her to be here for this. This was like her birthday offense show. We were going to like rip her apart and roast her.
Coincidence?
I know.
think not. that she's
Migraine.
not here.
Migraine, aka I'm staying home because Dawn Smith is not nice to me.
That's not fair.
I know.
I've cleaned up her vomit.
Amongst other things, I'm sure too.
No, just that.
So if you are just tuning in, please share the video on Facebook. There are 2 of them going around because the video went down again. That hasn't happened in a long time. So I'm thinking you're cursed because it happens when the gay dads are here, and now it's when Arabella and Dawn are here. So one of you 2 made our Facebook go down.
Yeah, it's probably me.
It's Arabella.
I'm so bad. Yeah.
I blame Ladesi.
Yes, do it.
You did it right.
I did it right, Ladesi.
Yes, let us see.
So if you want to buy tickets to see Arabella audition next week, you can buy them at moniquetoosoon.com. There are a few tickets left, and if you buy 5 or more, you get an automatic VIP table, and you get spoiled, and you get free lap dances from the drag queens and all that fun stuff.
I'm basically naked, so I'll give you that dance.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
And then October 11th, my next show is coming up, and that is a Friday night, and we are going to be doing a horror movie, The Conjuring Live, and I am going to be hosting it as Elvira did, sitting up on the stage and just cracking jokes the whole time. And then we are going to be doing our next show on October 26th or 20th. There's so many shows right now. That's the Halloween show at the Pasta Loft, and that one is going to be amazing. And then after that is November 16th with Nina Brown. That wraps up our time. I would like to say thank you to Arabella Ladesi, who is
Thank you.
auditioning. Buy your tickets under Arabella Ladesi. And I would like to thank Dawn Smith and quickly promote Peach's Pets.
Peach, my wife, she's a dog walker pet sitter out of Goffstown, New Hampshire, and also volunteers as the vice president for Granite State Dog Recovery. They save lost dogs around the area, actually in New Hampshire. So,
All right.
that was loud.
You're listening to 1590 WSMN Nashua.
USA Radio News with Tim Berg.
President Trump is dismissing a whistleblower complaint as partisan and ridiculous.
Always appropriate, at the highest level, always appropriate. And anything I do, I fight for this country. I fight so strongly for this country. It's just another political hack job.
President speaking at the White House to reporters while welcoming the Prime Minister of Australia to the White House. The president continues.
The press has had a very bad week with Justice Kavanaugh and all of those ridiculous charges and all of the mistakes made at the New York Times and other places. You've had a very bad week, and this will be better than all of them.